Alright, now I'll just focus and I'll get some work done.
12 seconds later.
That movie I watched yesterday was actually pretty good, huh? Wait, I have to work. Just concentrate.
A few moments later.
Oh, that's interesting.
A few minutes later.
Oh, come on, why can't I focus? So if you recognize yourself in that and you really struggle to focus, then lucky for you, in this video I'll share a few tips that can help you fix this problem and boost your focus. I'll start with the most obvious. The first tip is stay away from your phone when you need to focus. Just think about it. You carry your phone with you all the time, and whenever you feel bored, lazy, or when you need to take a break, you immediately pull out your phone, right? It's become a bad habit to check it all the time, even when you don't actually need it. So with such a big distraction in our lives, of course we became less focused. Imagine there's a phone and a book in front of you. What do you choose? What brings you more pleasure? Of course it's the book, right? No, it's definitely your phone. And yeah, you need to read right now. Reading is more useful, but scrolling through your phone is so much more fun. So here's the simple solution. When you have to work, study, or whatever, just turn off all your notifications and leave it in another room so you can't see it and you can't hear it. This sounds too simple, right? But it actually works. Because by removing your phone or other distractions from your room, from your desk, you won't have an alternative. You won't have that second option. There will be only one thing in front of you, your task, and it will be much easier to concentrate on it. But when you have a lot of things around you, like you're trying to study and there's a video playing on your laptop, and then there's your phone getting a lot of notifications, of course you can't concentrate, because all those are trying to steal your attention. And naturally, you'll choose the one that is easier and brings you more pleasure. Or imagine that you are in that flow state, and you are so focused on your task, but then you hear that ding, and it distracts you. It pulls you out of that flow state, and now you want to check that meme your friend sent you. And then you don't even notice how you get from checking a message to scrolling for an entire hour and wasting your time. And the question is that meme or that email that you got more important than your work? I don't think so. So while this tip is pretty obvious, like we all know this, but we still don't do anything about it. So stay away from your phone, especially when you don't need it. Learn to become less addicted to it, and it will make you less distracted. And less distracted means more focused. It's as simple as that. By the way, if you want to know what helped me get less addicted to my phone, I've got a video about it on my channel. You can check it out by clicking right up here. Or up here. Somewhere here. The second tip is start your day right. What we do nowadays is wake up and get right into checking notifications, reading DMs, and all that stuff. You just waste all your energy and focus on those unproductive things. So when you wake up, resist the temptation to use your phone right away and do something more useful instead. I don't know, meditate, enjoy a cup of coffee, get some work done, especially the hardest work that requires more effort. Because when you wake up and you waste your time checking DMs and scrolling, then later when you get to the middle of the day and you think, okay, it's time to work, you can't. You can't concentrate, you can't be productive because you already spent your energy and focus on the wrong things. And now you don't feel like working, you don't feel motivated. So switch it. First get the work done and then rest and watch videos. I had the same problem and I created a rule for myself that I'm not allowed to watch any YouTube videos or get on social media before I do my work. Of course there are days when I get distracted by Instagram and video games like everyone else and I don't follow this rule, but most days I'm trying my best to stick to it. So make a deal with yourself. First, to get your stuff done, and then rest, scroll on TikTok, or do whatever you want to do. The third tip is no matter how unfocused or unmotivated you feel, force yourself to do what you have to. I'll explain. To be super focused and do quality work, you need to get into that flow state. Flow is when you are so concentrated on a task that you don't notice anything else. You don't notice how time passes. You're 100% engaged in what you're doing. And this is what everyone wants, to get into that state when they're most creative and productive. But the thing is that nobody can get into the flow on command. It's not like you sit in front of your laptop and turn on the flow mode. It doesn't work like that. It's more like a process. At the start you feel distracted, unfocused, but you force yourself to work. You try to focus anyway. And sometimes it doesn't take long until you get past your boredom and laziness and get into the flow state. This happens to me all the time when I have to write scripts for YouTube videos. At first I feel distracted and uncreative and I can't really focus, but if I still try to do it and I start to think about my task and what exactly I have to do, I slowly get into the flow where I'm most focused. And I know it's hard to force yourself to do anything when you don't feel like it, but really, oftentimes all it takes is just to start, and then you can work uninterrupted for hours. And the fourth tip is build a daily routine. A simple routine could help you stay focused because when you're consistent and you start working or studying at the same hour every day, eventually you'll get used to it and this will become a habit. You'll know that every day at 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. I'm studying or I'm working on my side hustle. Every day at 6:30 till 7 p.m. I'm reading. You'll kind of program your brain when to be most focused. You will know that today at this hour you need to do this thing and really concentrate. You have no excuse not to do it. And it's still gonna be hard because it's pretty difficult to follow a routine every day, and it's gonna take time until you make it a habit, but eventually it will get easier for you to focus. So I really hope these tips will help you. First of all, I'm no focus or productivity expert. I just share some things that help me, and there's another important thing I want to say. No matter what you think of these tips, whether you think they're good or they're complete bullshit, anyway, you have to take action. If you just sit on the couch and keep scrolling through your phone and ask yourself, how do I get more focused? How do I get stuff done? Nothing will change. You won't fix anything. Get up and try what you learn. Do something, experiment, and you'll find a way to become more focused. You know, all these things like productivity, focus, discipline are learned through action. No video, no advice will actually boost your focus if you keep laying in your bed and search for another advice, for another self-development video. So you already know what to do. Just go and put it into practice. And of course, don't forget to leave this video a like, and I'll see you next time.